to steal, kill, and destroy. Jesus came that you might have life. They're two different things. They're opposites. They don't go together. Jesus does one thing, the devil does one thing. They don't do the same thing ever.
That's right. That's right. Oh, boy.
You're having a lot of fun at my expense back there. I hear you. Yeah.
But yeah.
Like Rodney Dangerfield time.
Yeah.
Don't get no respect. Oh, man.
Oh, boy. Let's see. Okay. And this is one I particularly like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You've leaned on this one for many things.
Oh, yeah. Many times I've had to stand up on this one. The Lord executeth righteousness and judgment for all that are oppressed.
Boy, oh boy. Sometimes you need to pull on that and say,
Yep.
you know, this situation is unjust. I've been treated unfairly. This person is not doing me right or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But we're never allowed to correct the situation ourselves.
Right.
Because Jesus, the gospel, no. God says, let me get myself straight here, that vengeance is His.
Right.
And He will repay.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to repay. You don't have to fight it out. What you have to do is believe that He executes righteousness on your behalf.
Mm-hmm.
And that He can take care of things. And then that keeps you out of condemnation and judgment over other people.
Yep.
You see, that way you can live and walk clean in the earth before Him and not mess up and muddy your relationship with Him.
Mm-hmm.
You see, He has His part, you have your part. As long as you stay where you're supposed to stay in Him, then you can prosper and flourish.
Mm-hmm.
But if you start trying to be your own God, vindicate yourself, act in the righteousness, the unrighteousness and wrath of man,
Mm-hmm.
you see, you're going to become separated from the vine because you're not letting Jesus' characteristics flow through you, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that you get in that situation, you're dealing with the limit of your ability,
Right.
and your intellect. You know, and if you let God take care of the situation, which that's exactly what He's talking about here, because remember, He's talking to Himself.
Yeah.
He's still talking to Himself.
Right.
He's saying,
He's reminding
listen,
himself.
brain,
Yeah.
the one that executes righteousness and judgment when I'm oppressed is the Lord. It
Good.
ain't me.
Good.
And
Yeah.
as long as I remember that, I'm going to come out on top.
Well, the interesting thing about these situations, Tom, we've all been in them where we were absolutely done terribly wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't do anything to deserve the treatment we got.
Yep.
We were dealt a rough hand, or we had to deal with stuff that we shouldn't have had to deal with. But the interesting thing is, if you lay it down
Mm-hmm.
and let the Lord handle it for you and take your hands off of it, remember, cast all your care over on Him
Mm-hmm.
because He cares for you. The interesting thing is you both can come out ahead because God will find out a way to correct that person, bless you, bless him for receiving correction,
Right.
and the whole thing comes out super.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you could have made a mess, made an enemy,
Right.
Caused friction, caused division, and that's not the heart of God
That's right.
in any situation.
That's
So
right.
He has a way of dealing with it that you can never figure out. We can't figure it out.
Nope, we can't figure it out.
But usually he loves that other person too, you see.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't want to condemn you or him either.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's right.
So
That's right.
So that's what we really have to remember.
Mm-hmm. Okay, verse 7, which, I mean, if you really get this in your head,
Mm-hmm.
what he's saying here, especially with the Lord executeth righteousness and judgment for all that are oppressed, He made known His ways unto Moses.
Oh boy, yeah.
Okay, so He showed Moses the way He was going to deliver Egypt.
From oppression.
Yeah.
Right.
He showed him as it unfolded. He showed Moses His ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the children of Israel saw all of these acts.
Yeah. Exactly.
And it really interesting.
Well, I deem that as revelation, Tom.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And the one where it says He made known His ways unto Moses, His acts unto the children of Israel, I say that's an act of revelation.
Mm-hmm.
The one that says the Lord executes righteousness and judgment for all that are oppressed, I titled that deliverance.
Right. Right.
That you're being delivered from this ungodly attack or whatever it is that's going on, that the devil is trying to oppress you. It could be your job, it could be your family, it could be whatever. But that you are going to get delivered. That's what it means. He's executing righteousness for you and going to cause your deliverance out of this harm or unjustness or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's what casting your care is all about.
Yeah.
It's you being able to step out of the situation, out of the boxing ring, and watch the fight go on and see how it plays out without you being in there throwing the punches.
Exactly. More than a conqueror.
Yeah, that's
You
how
don't
it
have to
is.
get the black eye. You don't have to.
Oh, that's always
That's
nice.
always good. Unlike Mike Tyson, you can stay pretty.
But for him to stay pretty, he would have had to been pretty
He would have had to
at one
start
time
pretty,
anyway.
and
but-
yeah, no, that doesn't apply. Does it?